How goes it, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Patterson Up Properties. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Today's subject matter, I will be talking about how one can effectively assess property values for their investment when it comes to real estate investments. Because when it boils down to it, since everyone is getting into the real estate industry nowadays in some shape or form, whether it's big, middle, or low, I thought that it would be great for me to talk about how one can effectively learn how to assess the value of an investment. Is definitely a way to ensure that you are getting the proper return on your investment, because as investors, no matter it's stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, real estate, whatever have you, crowdfunding, whatever have you, all I will say is you want to ensure that you get a return on your investment, no matter how big or small. It's better than zero, because if you're going to get zero back, hey, you might as well just use that money for something else, something way more valuable. Now, the article that I came across the other day really needs really just sends a clear message that there have been a lot of innovations in recent times that have made it even more worthwhile for people to get into assessing data, to analyze when it comes to analyzing a specific real estate deal. More comprehensively makes it easier to make informed decisions and invest in a diverse range of vehicles, different investment vehicles. Because when it really boils down to valuing properties and finally deciding what one wants to put their money into, we all need to know where to efficiently and accurately what is the best common sense approaches and decisions. When it comes down to anything in life, you want to ensure that. But definitely when it comes to real estate and assessing a property for yourself, because everyone's value system is different, and how the numbers, it's all a numbers game at the end of the day. However, you got to see what works for you and what market works for you, etc. and so forth. The article stated that the most common sense approach, like we just stated earlier, by real estate investors, and is essentially means comparing the sales prices of similar properties in order to determine what a reasonable price is for the one you are considering. First, the similarity must extend beyond the type of property to the neighborhood in which it is located, its age and interior, exterior features, size, fittings, and a plethora of other considerations that one needs to look into. Okay, it's definitely in one's interest to conduct extensive research into public records to find what amounts have been agreed for those properties. As any business owner, you want to be knowledgeable about the deal that you are about to get into, period. Knowledge is power, and no matter what the situation is, you will have to go through the various deals in order to learn good and bad lessons. That's just the cost of doing business. Excuse me. The article goes into the category known as capital asset pricing model, which takes a big picture approach to investing in attempts to determine if the risk you're taking on buying or acquiring a property is the most judicious use of your funds. Because remember, no matter what kind of investment you invest in, whether it's various amounts of vehicles outside of real estate and in real estate, you are taking a risk. Excuse me, I had to get some water. You are taking a risk, and you got to say to yourself, is the risk worth your while? But it is a risk at the end of the day, and that's why a lot of people are scared to be investors, because people don't want to take risks. So, and that's unfortunate too, because I think everybody on some shape or level should be an investor, whether it's in real estate, whether it's in stocks and bonds, gold, cryptocurrency. You need to be putting your money elsewhere outside of your 401k. A lot of people don't even have that. They don't even have a pension plan. So some sort of investment has to take place nowadays, because we live in those times where not only multiple streams of income matter, but multiple savings and investment vehicles matter all at the same time. Just a little personal side note on that one, okay? But, back to the story at hand, one thing that I can say is that if you have a trustworthy investment team, you possibly will not have to pay as much for the property that you're thinking about acquiring, and with maintenance costs, insurance, taxes, etc., which can free up more funds for you and the team to purchase more investments in the future. That's what I'm in the process of now. I have my investment team. We're formalizing plans to make more strategic purchases, and when everybody gets involved, you don't have to have as much money involved in putting down for a specific deal, because you have multiple players involved. The profit might not be as high now, but the profit will be higher later. The old saying is you can go places by yourself, but you can go very far with others. And I'm learning to do that, and I'm ready to do that with my team and to form various other teams to be that's much more successful. So that financial freedom is not only on my list of things to do, but on their list and hopefully on your list of things to do. I look at it like that. All right. So the article stated that you can do this by modeling what your returns would be in the different investment vehicles, especially ones that have little or no risk, such as United States Treasury bonds, I partake in that, or real estate investment trusts, or as they call it, REITs. Once that's all said and done, you'll need to calculate the potential rental income and then see what buying price would enable you to make more returns than alternatives. That's what it's all about. Making more returns than alternatives. Remember that. I always say, try to keep it simple, and if obviously you're going to be in real estate, always remember it is a relationships-based business. The last video you saw, I did with Talithia Morris, great real estate agent. And between her, hopefully her significant other, I'll be learning as they venture into commercial real estate. I want to learn more about commercial real estate because in 2021, that's the next, or by the end of this year, that's the next realm I'm trying to undertake, and it's all about not only just learning and reading and watching videos, but it's about obtaining your social capital too. Who can bring the best value to your life and how can you bring the best value to other people's lives. Don't always just look to get something from other people. See what value you can bring to them. Make sure there's some sort of value add, as somebody would always say that I know. All right. You bring value to people, they bring value to you, and it's a beautiful thing. And then you got that sort of partnership going on that can lead to this. You buying properties, they look one way, and then you make them look better, and then here comes the money. But it's all about the numbers at the end of the day. So remember that, okay? Remember that. Remember that it's all about the value of the property to you. And although it might be vastly different from the seller's perspective, it's what you'll have to work with if you are to make worthwhile profit from your investment. The article also stated that it's also crucial to factor in potential outlays like essential renovations, which can be a great investment in themselves. The article stated that Sean Hayes, general manager of kitchen and bath retailer company, confirms that we found that homeowners spent an average of $12,800 for their kitchen renovations, $11,100 for their bathroom renovations, and $10,800 for their laundry room. And the returns on those investments in terms of increased home value were very significant. Last but definitely not least, the article went on the cost approach, which basically involves the estimation of how much it would cost to rebuild a property, basically on a piece of land from the ground up. Although there's often modifications in that, the estimate is done by using costs for modern construction materials and processes. This is the preferred method with a special use property, for which it's difficult to find direct comparisons. The procedure is to estimate the value of the land, assuming it were vacant. This can be done basically by considering the sale prices of similar pieces of land. Another factor that must be taken into consideration is what the best use of the land would be and how that would factor into a potential sales price. It's all about analyzing the pros and cons of rehabbing or building property on land. Lastly, definitely not least, one always needs to consider depreciation to factor in how much the value of the property would have reduced over its lifespan. This is usually done using the age life method, which assigns a potential lifespan and deducts a percentage based on how far along the lifespan of the property actually is. Now, there is so much more when it comes down to assessing a property value for an investment, but I just wanted to go over the one-on-one aspects of this. So remember, constantly do your homework, constantly take action, constantly seek social capital, constantly seek mentorship, because we learn something new every day. And I think you can really enjoy the real estate business no matter what part you're on when it comes to the wholesaling, the investment side, the flipping side, being a real estate agent side. As long as you come at it with a common sense approach and are always willing to learn something new, because every day something new will occur, then I believe that you can be much more successful in your real estate journey and any other investment journey. And then last but definitely not least, always keep currency in your circle. I say it on my other channel, I want to say it on this channel. Your currency is your social capital. Your currency is people who want the same things that you want out of life and the grind that you want out of life, because that is very important. Because a lot of people like to talk about things that have nothing to do with your dreams and what you want to do. And if you know, that old saying goes, I dream a little dream, so please don't take it away from me. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, it's time to get to work. So let's go. Vamos ahora. Let's go now. Okay. Buy your properties, get your real estate license, wholesale, do what you have to do. Okay, but it's all about action, and we're in the second month, going into the third month of 2020. I hope you take some sort of action in some sort of way. Doesn't have to be fast, even if it's as small as just purchasing, putting in money in the Tulsa State Real Estate Fund with Mr. Jay Morrison and his people down there in Georgia. That's a small piece right there, but it's easier and cheaper because you can do it online to start from there. Look into all these things before you do it, because remember, I'm not a consultant. I just talk about my specific experiences and what I'd like to see for others to do, not only myself, because it's all about the financial intelligence, it's all about the currency in the circle, and it's all about the social capital and creating a life that we don't have to take a vacation from. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, you can't get fired if you own the company. Please like, please share, subscribe. Life is good. Be happy that you're alive. Even if you don't, if you're not where you want to be today, you'll get there eventually. All right. So take care, and hopefully you guys have a great day.